Hello, welcome to November 26th, 2024. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily good life meditation. An exercise that I do every morning, a little bit after waking up, to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone. I also use this time to think about yesterday and last night, how I did with the challenges and opportunities that I met, namely with regard to how I kept my cool. How I endeavor to keep my cool, keep my composure, keep my level mind, my rationality. As Stilbo, the Stoic, would say, have all my goods with me in the during the trials that I may have encountered, as big as or as small as they may have been, including the ones I encounter when I'm asleep, because sometimes sleep isn't such a good thing. It's a tricky thing. I recite the 8 objectives of my creed. I plan for the coming day, and I ready myself for death. So last night and yesterday, I got a lot of sleep last night, 10 hours. I went to bed so early, and I feel so good and thoroughly refreshed. Plus, I drank a whole lot of water just before bed, so I woke up. Is it possible to wake up hydrated and rested? I guess it is, because I just did it. It's a good feeling. It's a good thing to tank up and then go to sleep. Yesterday was it was just a regular old day. I mean, I soldiered through all my meetings. I had 2 meetings, not very many. I don't have very many anymore. And did that, and I worked on various and sundries. Oh, I talked to HR. Oh, I learned something really interesting yesterday. This is big. The thing that might happen with work might have an opportunity for me to work a little more from Japan. I don't think that's going to happen. It turns out that my pension provider has strict policies about, for example, retiring, beginning to draw a pension, and then start to work, especially if that work is exactly the same job you had before, even if you're not an employee. And I knew this was the case all along. It feels, looks, tastes, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, like a conflict of interest, and it is. It turns out that they do have some provisions that will allow that to happen, but you can't start doing it any sooner than 6 months after retirement. And even if the organization wants me to do it, they'd have to wait until the middle of next year, basically. So, June 12th to be precise. So I don't think it's going to happen, which I'm kind of glad about. I mean, I'll still do it if it goes through. But I want to, like I said, just on a strictly personal basis, I am anxious about not having a job, but at the same time, I'm excited about not having a job, if you get what I mean. So I can go both ways. And right now, I'm leaning a little more on the latter. So if this doesn't go through, that's just fine. We'll see. Didn't require much in terms of fortitude or strength, or I didn't have to muster my principles in the direction of my objectives yesterday to get through all of that. That was just kind of news. Interesting how things are working out. Oh, I worked hard. I got up really early this morning, 3:30. So I guess I didn't sleep a whole 10 hours, 9.5 or so. And I've been working on finishing up that book. I think I'm going to have the new Retiring in Japan book done. Maybe today, if I can get some time to work on it this evening after work. And I think I will. It's pretty much there. Okay. Anything else in terms of the yesterday and last night? Excuse me, not that I can think of. The 8 objectives of my creed are as follows. 1, to be always ready to die. 2, to make good and effective use of my time. 3, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles. 4, to cultivate good emotional reactions. 5, to perform good actions. 6, to recognize my true limits and true opportunities. 7, to do just one thing at a time and do the thing slowly and deliberately and carefully as he runs through the desert. And 8, to keep my balance. All right, as for today, I have a meeting starting in 15 minutes. So I'll get back to the office, my little tiny house, put on my work shirt, get into the meetings and get to it. I also have some planning to do for some activities next week, my last week of work. So I'll work on that too, preparing for some training that I'm going to do. Excuse me. That's about it. That's about all I got for today. Just go for a hike in the evening. Nothing fancy with Rudy. I guess that's all I've got to say. Am I ready for death? Well, my relationships are sound. My life's work is complete. And my affairs are in order. So yeah, wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care.